welcome back everyone. I'm Shinigami Tabris, and we're going to be playing some Rocket League. Hope everybody's had a great day. We're going to also talk about the NHL playoffs. Why? Because it's that time. I've avoided talking about the NHL a lot this year. I talk about hockey off and on, but I don't really talk much hockey. That's not what I'm officiating. And the reason why is it just, to me, if you wanted that news, you could get it elsewhere. 1 second, let me move. I got a light that I moved. It's close to my 3D printer, and I've got something printing, and I was checking on it, and I needed light, and I forgot to angle it back at me, and I'm a little dark. 1 second. There we go. Now my face is fully lit up. Probably not for the better, but whatever. Anyways, we're gonna have some music going on in the background. We're gonna be talking about hockey. First day of playoffs has happened for every team already. I'll talk about who I think is gonna win, and the first day does not change a lot of my opinions. And we're gonna attempt to play this game, which I have not played in a while on stream. I haven't played it in a while, period. So we're gonna start with casual, even though I hate casual, and go from there. Anyways, playoff stuff. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Yeah. Let's see here. We got a game about to start. So we're gonna start off with my the team that I like and enjoy. They made it into the playoffs. Holy crap! Again, which isn't it's not their first year. No, definitely not gonna be their last. But the Toronto Maple Leafs are playing again in round one the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I really do hope for the Maple Leafs to win it. The problem I have, and it's something that I've stated to friends that we've talked about hockey with the Maple Leafs, is I still don't think our goaltending is all that good. I'm gonna stand, I like all Leaf fans, you're gonna stand behind the fact that Samsonov's the goaltender, and you're not gonna complain too much, because he's done pretty decent for us for the season, but when he chokes, he chokes. And I think this is one of those where we're going to probably, if we're going to win it, it's going to be Samsonov finally steps up. If we don't win it, the other thing that is going on from game one, we've only had one game, and that was tonight for me. Game one, they didn't show up. That wasn't Samsonov's fault completely, but they did not, our team did not show up at all. And because of that, Samsonov, of course, did not have the best game either. And if we have any chance whatsoever to like do well in the playoffs, Samsonov's going to have to step up and play better in goal, and the whole team is going to have to step up and actually play hockey, not this let's possibly show up in the second period and hope for a win. Haven't seen much from Tampa Bay this year, though I haven't been paying close attention. Tampa's not been bad. They have been a little down this year due to the fact that they've been injury riddled, and they lost some of their better players. Prior to the injuries at the end of the last season, and everybody's like, well, they filled them with good young players. Yeah, I mean, they're decent young players. They're not good young players. So Tampa, and the problem we have with Tampa is the same thing we always have with Tampa. They're a good playoff team. They might not be great during the season, but they're always a good playoff team, and I think that's what we're about to have happen again. So that's the first. And of course, for anybody that's been keeping up with it for the playoffs for this year, like I said, day one was today for us, and we lost 7-3. It was ridiculous. We took a really bad penalty. And yes, that was a deserve. Like, looking at when I say took a bad penalty, sometimes those penalties are not our fault, because there was even talk about bad calls from even the sports announcers, that the officials had really bad calls tonight. So take the fact that the sports announcers even think that the officials made some poor calls. You have we took a really, really bad penalty in the second. Bunting through an elbow. It injured a guy. And the elbow on its own would have just been a 2-minute. But the fact that there was an injury involved made it a 5. And then when they reviewed it, because when you get a major, you can review them now. When they reviewed it, you could see that Bunting sort of leapt towards the player when he hit him, which means there was intent. And it wasn't intent to injure, but there was an intent to hit him in that, like, vulnerable spot with the elbow. So it was sort of, you know, it was calculated hit. Which gave him a match penalty, which means he's gone for the rest of that game, and possibly more. They'll have a review before Thursday, which is our next game, to determine if he's missing more games than just the one. I don't think he'll miss any more. If he gets anything else, it'll be like a fine. But that'll be where this game goes. Also, in our division, in our league, the team that I really don't want to play against... so, of those two, I want the Leafs to win. And I'd rather the Leafs win. But... I have a sneaking suspicion that Tampa's going to pull this one through again. Even though... The other team in our division is Boston versus Florida. Boston... I have Boston winning that all day. And the reason why... This year, they set a NHL record for most wins in a season for any team. Not only that, they have been playing like freaking monsters. And if the Maple Leafs make it to the second round, we have to play Boston, which means we're going to lose that one. So I have no high hopes of actually getting the cup. And I'm a huge Maple Leafs fan. Like, I'm the guy that... I'm one of those that will, like... sometimes overlook our fallacies and be like, yeah, this is the year. Until, like, a certain point and go, oh, this is... It's like every other year we're doing horrible. What are we doing? Yeah, so playing Boston, Boston is going to, even though Florida's done really well the last couple of games and the last couple of months, it's Boston. Boston, like I said, this season has been, they have set records, they have done amazing for what they are. There's no reason to really count them out, like, in any shape, form, or fashion. That's one of those that should have counted as a save, because if I didn't hit it, maybe one of my teammates would have hit it, but if I didn't, it definitely would have gone in if nobody else touched it. So that's it. So next, we're going to stay on this side of on the Eastern Conference, and we're going to go down to the New Jersey Devils playing the New York Rangers. I think the Devils, they're a decent team, but I don't think they're going to hold up against the Rangers in playoffs. And it's playoff specific. I think the Rangers have a better playoff team versus the Devils. But I think the Rangers are going to pull. It's going to be a hard-fought series, but I think the Rangers are going to pull it through. And then last on this side of the conference, we've got Carolina versus the Islanders, which that's another one of those. It's going to be a hard fought. Like, whoever wins that one, it's going to be hard to. They're both going to work for it. But Carolina is a better team, in my opinion, than the Islanders. The Islanders, if they win it, it's going to be pure luck. But I think Carolina has it. So, as soon as I get a chance to move the mouse and look at okay. Oh shit. Yeah, see me not paying attention. They scored because I definitely should have stopped that. On the other side, we've got the Colorado Avalanche versus the Seattle Kraken. That game's going on right now. I don't know who's the winner or who's winning. I'm being informed by my girlfriend, if you can't hear it over the microphone, that the Kraken are currently winning 2-1. And this is one of those. The Kraken have done really well this season. I really enjoy what I've read about them. I've not really been watching a lot of it. Their games. Ooh, that's a game. I think they're going to. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think that the Kraken, like, even though it's their first year in the playoffs, second year as a team, period. I think they're going to do well. I just don't think that they're going to be able to pull it through with the Avalanche. Because the Avalanche, yes, they're the returning champions, but that's not the reason I have them doing better. But I think the Avalanche is gonna squeak it through. It's gonna be this again is gonna be one of those. I see it in about 6, but I have the Avalanche like winning it. Minnesota versus Dallas. This one, I have not really kept up with Minnesota or Dallas. They actually did pretty well in their divisions. What I do know about them, I have a sneaking suspicion Dallas will probably pull it through, as much as Marc-Andre Fleury will like make it a pain in Dallas's ass with being Minnesota's goaltender. I think Dallas has the better players this year around and will squeak it out. Next on the list, we got Vegas versus Winnipeg. So most people will go with Vegas on this one, and I get it. Like, Vegas was the better team through the season, but they struggled against the Jets all season. And the next thing is everybody's going, well, Vegas has been injured through the whole season, and they're getting back some of their major players right here at playoffs. And yeah, they are getting back their players at playoffs, but those players have not been playing, and they might have been at practices and recouping and whatnot. But there's a big difference in your experience of playing versus your when you're at practice, and especially when you're at practice on IR. You're not going 100%. Even if they're saying, yeah, you're at 100%, you can go to practice. We anticipate you to possibly play next week. You're still not technically at 100%. So these people that are coming back in, I don't know if they're going to really do as well as some of the people think that they will. Wow. What the heck? Jesus. That's a hell of a goal there. So I think Winnipeg's going to win that one. Again, that's not going to be like... None of these are sweeps. I don't see any of these being like... I see all of these going to at least Game 5, if not Game 6 or 7. The Vegas-Winnipeg one, that's probably going to Game 7. The next one on the list is definitely a Game 7er, in my opinion. And that's going to be Edmonton Oilers versus the LA Kings. And that is just two teams that absolutely hate each other's guts. Going all the way back to the Wayne Gretzky trade. And I think the Oilers, if they win it, it's gonna be the Oilers, and it's gonna be like a squeak of a win. And it'll just be pure, you know, brutal luck. So going back to the Eastern. We're going to keep going down that list. We've got Boston versus what I'm saying is Tampa Bay. And again, I've already talked about that. I've got Boston moving forward. And then on the other part of it, we've got Carolina versus the Rangers. I think the Rangers, being a faster, younger team, is going to beat Carolina. So for my semifinals / my Eastern Conference Finals, I got Boston versus New York. In Boston versus New York, I'm still going with Boston. And you can sort of see with what I'm saying where I'm going with this playoff run. So, over on the Western Conference, I've got the Avalanche versus Dallas. I think this is where the Avalanche, where Dallas, the Avalanche will. Oof. I think the Avalanche will barely squeak that one through. I think Dallas, being a really good team and being having some good players and whatnot. Unless they can, like, put a stop to all of the scoring that Colorado can do, and all the different people that can score for Colorado, I think Dallas is going to lose that one. I got Winnipeg versus the Oilers. I've got the Oilers all day. Last up, we got Oilers versus Colorado. And I think... on that one, I've got Oilers coming through. Oh, damn, that's a bad hit button. I got the Oilers coming through finally against the Avalanche, to where the Avalanche will finally lose. So, in the end, I've got it as Oilers versus Boston, with Boston squeaking it out in 6. Now, that might be completely wrong in a week or 2. But that's, you know, that's making predictions off of what I know about hockey from the past year of half-ass paying attention. And I will say I've half-ass paid attention because there have been days that I could possibly watch games and I choose not to. I choose to play games here on Twitch or do other things, spend time with friends and family, but that's how it goes. Now, something else I'm going to say, and this is something I don't say a lot because I'm not one that normally badmouths officials, me being an official. But if the officiating stays the way that it is, all of those can change based on bad officiating. The reason I say it the way that I've said it is, like I said, the Maple Leaf game, they talked about it on the broadcast, where some of the calls that weren't calls were being made on both sides, and it's just the officiating can make or break a playoff. And when you have what's the best way to word it? Inconsistent officiating. Oh. No. But yeah, so there's my my playoff talk on hockey. Welcome to my horrible TED talk, and hope it aligns with something you're happy to hear. If not, oh well. With that said, I think we missed an ad. We might. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with some more Rocket League in just a second. I'm Shinigami Tabris, and see you guys in a minute.